This will do. Okay. Hello and welcome to the My Virgo Friend podcast. Your host CheChe here. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Let's jump right into our deep breathing, taking 4 deep breaths in through the nose, exhale fully through the mouth, and try to take in more air with each inhalation and exhale, deplete those lungs fully, okay? So for 4 deep breaths, take an inhale through the nose. And take a sip of your beverage. I think just water right now. I made a cup of tea, but I gotta wait for it to cool off. Because I like it scalding hot. So I'm just gonna have to wait for it a few minutes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I think it's the 27th episode of the My Virgo Friend podcast. So, yay, I've been doing pretty good with having 2 episodes a week. I think last week or the week before, I was a little late in getting them out, but I still want to say I put out 2 episodes, I believe. I'm pretty sure I did. But anyway, so I just want to thank everyone that's been rocking with me thus far. And see, I thought I took these notifications off. Let's see, because I need to handle this right now. Because, yeah, it's annoying. So what was I saying? So, yeah, I just thank everyone for supporting me thus far. Let's see. Don't play any sounds. Gosh. I literally turned the notifications thing off like a while back, and I don't know why it's back. But anyway, so yes, thank you so much to everyone that's been supporting the podcast thus far. Thank you to everyone I've had on the show thus far. Shout out to everyone that will be on the podcast in the near future. But just thank you so much. Shout out to all the water signs, the Pisces gang. We're in the Pisces season. So happy birthday to the Pisces gang. Shout out to the Cancer and the Scorpios. Cheers to y'all. The fire sign gang, the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Cheers to y'all. And last but not least, the air sign gang. Well, I didn't do the earth signs either, but air sign gang, the Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Cheers to y'all. And the earth signs, the Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Cheers. So apologies in advance if my energy seems off, because it is. I'm just not in the best of moods today. Today didn't start off the best. Okay. This morning today didn't start off the best. But yeah, so my energy may be a little down compared to other days. Apologies for that. But I still wanted to come on and record because I know that there are people that do look forward to the twice weekly episodes that I release and look forward to the YouTube releases. So if you haven't started watching the My Virgo Friend podcast on YouTube, please tune in. It's under, I think my channel is CheChe Babe, CheCheBabe. So if you just type in My Virgo Friend podcast in the search bar, it should pop up. I have yellow cover art. But yeah, so definitely tune in. through YouTube. And thank you for listening in on the podcast. You are helping me to, support my goal, my dreams, to continue moving forward with my motivational speaking, life coaching, energy coaching, all that good old stuff. So just thank you for being supportive of me. I really, really appreciate it. And really, yeah, I just appreciate it. So even though I say all that to say this, good Lord, even though my energy may not be the highest or the best, or, and again, like, I don't want to like transfer this energy onto y'all, but like, I guess this is very much like Pisces energy. Like, I've just been very tired for the past couple of days, and just this need to rest, this need to really dive into some self-care for myself. Like yesterday I soaked, um I did a lot of cleaning yesterday. I took a nice nap yesterday. It was a little longer than what I intended for, but took a much needed nap, much needed rest. I was able to go to the beach over the weekend. That was nice to go actually get in the water, because I usually don't, but to actually like walk out to the waves and just feel that Pisces energy. It was just very therapeutic for me. So I got to do that. And, even though I did all that self care stuff, even though, I played with the water element and just allowed myself to rest and reflect, that Virgo moon energy still had me very much mentally exhausted, because I'm thinking about all the things I need to get done, and thinking about, oh, you didn't earn that nap. You didn't earn a beach day. You have so many things you need to get done, things that have been due for weeks now, and you still hadn't done anything about it. Like, you don't even deserve a beach day, right? You don't deserve, taking a day to just clean, right? And just that push and pull, because my rising sign is Pisces, my sun sign is Virgo, and with their sister signs, so I got the full moon energy plus the watery energy of Pisces, that's kind of giving me this push pull, right? Like the need to work versus the need to relax. Pisces energy, the need to relax and reflect. Virgo energy, to work, to plan and work, right? So even though I did take some time to rest, it was still kind of emotionally exhausting for me. Just trying not to have such guilt, in regards to needing to take the time to rest, and just making sure that I utilize my time as effectively as possible, right? You don't want to do any time wasting, right? You want to make sure that come the weekend, come Sunday night, you're not like scrambling for the week, right? You kind of want to still be productive even on your rest days, right? Still have movement going on, right? And I've just realized, and well, and the Virgo moon energy is very much like, um I just thought of like nails on a chalkboard, because I think of Virgo as like an honorary air sign. So in regards to just like, um speaking the truth, no matter how much it hurts, or keeping it real, keeping it raw, I see that as like Virgo communication. So in the reflection with the Pisces energy that I was doing, there was also this realization, or not even a realization, a reminder of, okay, yes, you've done these things, but in order for your vision to be manifested, in order for your dreams and your goals to be manifested, in order for your goals to be reached, these are also the other things you're not doing, right? For example, meal prepping. If you're going to the gym, but you're not doing the meal prepping, and then you're beating yourself up because, yes, you're making progress, but you're not reaching the goals like you want to, it's a formula, it's a system, and um, it's something that you just have to do. It's just one of those things, like, what it requires, um elements, to create the thing. So in regards to reaching your fitness goals, it requires not only the movement, but also the nutrition behind it, but also the consistency behind it, but also the rest and recovery behind it, but also the self-talk, the mental workout that's going on during all this, right? Because what's the point of like pumping all this iron if you're not doing the mental work, right? So it requires a system. And with the Virgo moon energy, it's all about, the full moon, bringing illumination to the order or disorder in your life, bringing illumination to the goals that you had in mind, the plans that you had before. Maybe you planted some seeds in Virgo season, and now you're starting to see the fruits of those labor, or that the fruits of that labor start to come back around, right? Maybe you are doing like a continuation of seeds that were planted back in Virgo season, or maybe even Pisces season of last year. And with this Virgo full moon energy, there was also a focus on health, most specifically digestive health, because Virgo does rule the intestines. So if you've had this desire to go on a detox, a desire to get a personal trainer, like I've had a few people reach out to me for personal training, and I know it's because of the full moon energy, but reaching out for assistance in reaching your health goals. So maybe finally scheduling that doctor's appointment, finally scheduling that follow-up for therapy, finally reaching out to get a therapist, right? Or signing up for that app, or finally going on a juice cleanse, or doing a smoothie detox, or going on a fast, just a 24-hour fast, like anything relative to like restarting the health system. Virgo energy, okay? Because Virgo is the only human sign in the zodiac, and it is the sign of health and service, okay? So if you've just had that resurgence of, man, I need to take better care of myself, the Pisces energy is like that self-care, the emotional state, and then the Virgo is the physical body self-care, right? So this moon, this energy was very much illuminating, your routines. Virgo also goes to the routines and the habits that you do, the day in and out things, your habits, your order of life, if you will, the activities of daily living, if you will. Shout out to those working in the healthcare industry. But just looking at, really taking a close look, like, okay, what am I doing? Who am I? What do I represent? What do I want? Because what you're doing should be relative to what you want, right? What you're doing should directly lead you to what you want, right? Because otherwise, why are you doing it? If you're in a career that you don't even really like, why? If you have options, why not seize those options, right? Like, why waste your life, your precious life, doing work you don't want to do, doing work that makes you feel uninspired, work that makes you feel like you're not good enough, Why even bother? Like, if it's going to be work that challenge you, at least let it be something that you want to be challenged on, right? If it's just work that's just, and see, there we go again. If it's just work that's just frustrating you, emotionally exhausting, it brings you down spiritually, energetically, why bother? If you know you don't want it, and if you know it's not going to come easy to find a replacement, then make sure you're at least investing in yourself, in your craft, in your skills, right? Because you can always bet on you. You just have to make the decision to do that, right? You can always bet on your passion, your drive to do work that you love. But it's going to require you getting clear on what is it that you want to do in the first place. Do you know what you want? Because if you don't know what you want, how will you know when you've got it, once you've attained the thing? How will you know if you're not keeping a close check on that, right? So just really go back to the drawing board in regards to, okay, how am I spending my day? How am I spending my nights? How am I spending my weekends? Is there a balance of work and play? Is there a balance of work and pleasure? Is there a balance of self-care and service? Doing for others versus doing for myself, because Virgo is that sign of doing for others. And Pisces is that sign of wisdom. They're both signs of wisdom and contemplation and spiritual intellect. But just realizing, like I had that realization over the weekend as well. Like, you think groups that you're associated with and organizations that you're associated with, you think that you're close and you think that there's a loyalty that goes both ways. You believe that there's an unconditional love. You believe that there's a form of loyalty, a form of support, a form of consistency, right? Because I think that was another theme with the Virgo Pisces energy, just the theme of consistency or lack thereof. And so just realizing, like, wow, you know what? In order for me to reach my goal, I have to be more consistent in doing in working on this craft and working on this skill. And in order for me to have more time to invest in this craft and in this skill, then I'm just gonna not invest my time in this other thing anymore, because when I did, it didn't make a difference. Like I didn't have that energy coming back to me, right? So because I'm realizing that the people that I've been supporting this whole time, they're not doing it back to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna fall back, you know? So just having that theme, that understanding, okay, if I could be consistent for this thing, then who's being consistent to me? Who's being consistent for me? Right? If I'm showing someone loyalty, love, consistency, effort, energy, I need to have that reciprocated back, because I know that I'm a giver. I know that I'm a lover. I know that I'm giving what should be given, right? So if you know that to be your truth, consider if you're getting that consistency back in return. And on the flip side of that, if you can, just look at yourself and say, you know what, I'm not being as consistent as I could be. I'm not being as thorough as I am with these other things, right? I'm not being as engaged with these other areas of my life, right? Because then it's like, if you're not engaged, why is that? Is that something you even want to be doing? Because if you're doing work, a leisure activity, leisure in quotations, leisure activity that you don't want to do, really consider why that is, because it's so easy for us to get stuck on autopilot, y'all, especially, we in a pandemic, right? And we got off track a little bit in regards to work schedules, especially if you had to transition to remote work, since the pandemic. And if you're in this space of, what do I want to do, who do I want to be, which direction, which path I want to take, what do I really want out of this situation, what do I really want out of this arrangement, um consider the timelines you've invested in places. Has it been a year since you've been at that job? Okay, how has it benefited you? Has it been a year since you've joined that organization? What's the return on investment been? Has it been a year since you've invested in this passion project, this hobby, this art form? Oh, it's been a year. Okay, how have you progressed? How have you expanded your network? How have you received support in return? You know, how are you spending your money each week? Who are you giving your cash apps to every week? Are those cash apps coming back to you? And if not in the form of monetary, in other ways too, like just respect, follow up, So just in order to be loyal to others, we have to be loyal to ourselves, right? Because when we're not loyal to ourselves and just making sure that our needs are being met, also, time happens, right? And time gaps happen and time lapses happen. And, the thing that should be said is never spoken. And the anger that's meant to be expressed is repressed. And you forget why you're angry, and they forget what even happened. And then when it finally comes up, it's like, whoa, you're bringing up old stuff. Wow, you're petty. You don't let things go. while you're still hanging on to that, it becomes a whole misunderstanding, right? All because you wasn't loyal to your need to speak your truth, to express your anger, to express your disappointment, to express your displeasure. You know, we just have to make sure we're speaking up for ourselves more. And yes, we want to be there for other people. Yes, we want to love, want to be there for other people, but we have to take care of us. You know, self care. Make sure your needs are being met. Make sure you're getting paid what you're worth. You know, don't let someone boss you around and, make you feel less than for less than what you're worth. If they're paying you less than what you could be getting paid, then why are you even bothered? Why are you even tripping? Your gift will make way for you. Your gift will make space for you. You have to believe that, you know? You have to believe that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You have to believe that spirit is working in your favor. There's no reason to be worried, you know? But at the same time, don't get cocky in the complacency. Don't get cocky in feeling like there's no room for you to improve, or there's no need for you to be coached, or that you've reached this level of, I know you can't tell me anything, right? Don't reach that level. Remain coachable, remain flexible, remain mutable, able to adapt. Keep your energy, keep that spirit of curiosity, keep that spirit of want to learn more, want to be the best, hearing feedback, hearing criticism and applying it, not just because that's opportunity, feedback, constructive criticism, respectful criticism. Okay, not someone just picking on you, just name calling, right? But constructive feedback, constructive criticism, that's opportunity. That's opportunity to curate your service. That's an opportunity to curate your gift, to curate, however people choose to interact with you, choose to see you, if they want to book you for your time, book you for your art form, for your service. The feedback, the criticism is going to help you to understand how you can attract even more people. Don't turn your nose up at the opportunity to understand how you can get better. Sometimes it's okay. We get lost in autopilot. We get lost in doing the same thing over and over every day, every week, with the same people in the same space, wearing the same clothes with the same hairstyle. It's so easy to get in that monotony, So not fussing at you, because I'm definitely going through my own situation like that now, but check in with yourself, make sure too much time isn't passing by where you're just like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it first thing in the morning because I've noticed, come on, spirit just came to me. I've noticed I've been doing a lot of that lately too. Oh, I'll just do it later tonight. Oh, I'll just do it in the morning. Okay, I'll do it this weekend. And it never comes. Like literally when the thought hits you, when the mood strikes, when the time presents itself, go act, stop getting in your own way. Getting in your own way is I do it later. Next time you think to yourself, oh, I'll do it later, when you can damn well do it right then and there, interpret that as getting in your own way. The next time you tell yourself, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it tonight, oh, I'll do it first thing in the morning, oh, I'll do it the weekend. Every time you do that to yourself, you're standing in your own way because you have the conviction in that moment. You have the reminder in that moment. You more than likely have the time in that moment. Catch yourself next time. Could you really afford to handle it real quick? Could you knock it out real quick? But you're telling yourself, oh, I'll just do it later. Why? When you can go ahead and do it now. Because to do it later is to have to think about it later. And to think about it later is an anxiety in the middle from the time now until the time you expect to execute the thing. You're going to give yourself an anxiety when you don't have to because you can easily handle it right then and there. But maybe you're so used to having anxiety. You're so used to telling yourself, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. That's all you know. So just know every time you do that, interpret that as you getting in your own way, you standing in your own way. Because really, ask yourself, does it ever get done? I'm going on weekends, weeks where things should have been done, months now, things that should have been done before the new year, right? Can you relate to any of that? Why do we do that? We keep saying later, later, later never comes. Life is happening right now, right? When opportunity comes, are you going to be ready? Or are you going to say, "Oh, let me get ready real quick." No. You have to always be ready. You always have to train. You always have to have your portfolio ready to go, your resume updated. This is your sign to update your resume. Virgo energy coming in. Here we go. This is your sign to update your resume. This is your sign to update your healthy habits, your fitness routine, your meal prepping, your spiritual practice, your spiritual routine. This is your reminder to get back into yoga. This is your reminder to tap into your sexual needs or your sexual repression, sexual frustration. Because I've been mad horny since it's Virgo season. Because I am a Virgo, my Mars energy is in Virgo. So your masculine, no, yeah, check in with that, you guys. Your Mars sign. See if your sex drive is a little more intense when it's in your Mars sign. See, I'm in this Virgo moon energy, so that's why my sex drive is like, ugh, because my Mars is in Virgo, right? So yeah, just pay attention to that. In the full moon, in the season, the actual season, or with the full moon of that zodiac sign, notice if your sex drive peaks, and then let me know. But what was I saying? But yeah, Virgo energy. This is your reminder to balance your checkbook, to go back to your spending habits, because Earth energy, right? Virgo's Earth. Earth element is money, tangible building, health, all that. What you're growing, right? Planting seeds, right? So planting seeds of investments, planting seeds in the steps in reaching that goal, whatever it may be for you, okay? This is your reminder to work on those taxes. If you hadn't started yet, go ahead. Don't wait till the last minute. And yeah, this is your reminder to get some order, restore order. Virgo energy is restore order energy. So, whether that's your spiritual practice, your health routine, your fitness routine, your work, just really kind of calibrate like, look, am I even doing what I want to do? Is this even what I want to be spending my days doing? Because it may not be what you even want to do, you know? Check in with every place that you're giving your time, your energy, your resources, as in your money, your time, your energy, your power. Check in all the places where you're giving your power to, right? What are the makings of you? What are the areas of your life, and how much are you giving each thing? There might not be a sense of balance, but is there at least a sense of harmony where there's a sense of fairness and how much you're delegating to which areas? Because you may be hitting the expiration date on some of those areas. It may be running its course, and it may be time to switch gears, and that's okay. It may be time for you to level up. It may be time to set yourself free. It may be time to step out on you, because we move from Pisces energy to the Aries energy very soon. Okay, around St. Patty's Day, that's when we move from Pisces to Aries energy. Somewhere in there, like March 18th, 19th, somewhere in there is when we move to that Aries energy. So this is the time, because we are moving from the full moon energy, and next week we'll have the new moon energy. So we're in the waning gibbous moon right now. Waning, gibbous, wane. Wane, we're releasing, we're releasing. It's purging energy, detox, elimination. That's what the word I was looking for. This is the elimination period. Okay, when it comes to the waning gibbous, this is the elimination period. So deciding to let go, deciding what to let go. Oh, come on, you just gave me the visual. Thank you, spirit. um Deciding how to hold on, deciding what deserves to be held on to, deciding who deserves to be held on to, deciding Yeah, deciding what needs to be released now. Because remember, full moon energy is deciding to release, right? Full moon, full emotion, full circle, all that full, right? So once you've decided, because I'm sure all of your endings didn't happen on the night of the full moon, right? It may need to take some time for you depending on what you're releasing. So with as we move from the bright, and did y'all see the moon? Wasn't it beautiful and bright? Oh, she was so bright. Like even last night, like it's been 2 days since the full moon, and she was still very bright and just nice and hazy and amber glow. Love it. But as we move from the bright full moon illumination, then we're in the waning gibbous moon, right? So that means when the moon is decreasing in size, it's going from this bright full circle full moon to eventually this dark moon, which will be the new moon. But the process in between the full moon and the new moon, waning gibbous. Okay, so cheers to that. Cheers to the more you know. Okay. So this is the time of elimination, detox, release. All right. This is the time to declutter, to go through those closets, to decide, okay, I'm not going to, because remember, we're talking about order, right? So maybe the order of how you carry yourself, restore order in your regalness, restore order in, again, your healthy habits, because you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself, because the better you look, the better you feel, right? The better you perform. So if you're not performing at your best, consider if you have order in your appearance, consider if you have order in your healthy habits and your daily rituals. Maybe there's a disconnect in the order of how you care for yourself, which is directly showing a correlation in your performance. So consider that, and know that it's never too late, because with the Virgo energy, there is a tendency to beat ourselves up, to feel like it's never going to be perfect, it's never going to work, it's never going to yeah, we're just never going to reach that level of success, right? But you need to be reminded that success in just building consistency and doing the things, right? Because there's always going to be a level of improvement, a level of perfection to strive towards, right? But if we're being real, we're never going to meet it. So please make sure that you are being mindful of the time that's passing by, both in understanding ways too much time is passing by before I restore order. I need to be a little more consistent with checking in myself. And the other side of that, of like, okay, girl, you just started this. Don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, dude, like you're just beginning. Don't beat yourself up. Like, damn, like give yourself some time. I have to tell a few clients in the gym that they're like, oh my god, I'm not reaching my goals in a month, I'm not reaching my goals in a couple weeks, and it's like, look, you just started learning how to do this thing, right? So be mindful in how much time is in between your check-ins, right? Because that's also self-care, right? Just checking in with yourself, just seeing, hey, are you okay? Are your emotional needs being met? Are your sexual needs being met? You know, because yeah, there's definitely a direct correlation in moving your body, okay, in ways that you move your body, in ways that you release, and your performance. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. Ugh. Shout out to the sacral chakra work. Really need to tap into that, okay? But I don't even know how much time I've been going. Okay, it's probably been like 20 minutes then, because I think I started like after 4. But yeah, like I really didn't plan on staying for too long with this episode, because my energy just wasn't right. Um Basically just had a moment where I was triggered, because it's true, because everything I was just speaking on in regards to like just holding yourself accountable to what you're doing, what you're not doing, and how it can have a really triggering effect, because you realize later on, like, well, I'm triggered because it's true, you know? So, you know, even though it may be these other factors, it may be these other things, it may be these other elements as to why this certain thing happened or why I'm feeling this way. When it comes down to it, am I following the laws of attraction? Ooh, come on, spirit. Am I following the laws of attraction? Let's get into it. For the vibes and feels portion of the My Virgo Friend episode, remember you can follow me on Instagram at CheChe Babe, CheCheBabe. Follow the My Virgo Friend podcast page as well at My Virgo Friend podcast. Send me a listener letter. Oh, speaking of which, shout out to Jew. He sent me the first listener letter, and he was just saying that with learning of the elements, that it helped him because he watches the show Avatar. Shout out to anyone else that watches the show Avatar. But he was just saying, like, it's I think it was like a character named Aqua, and just seeing, like, you know, the elements that, you know, with Aquarius and, you know, the people from Avatar, and just learn about astrology, how it's just helping to things to make sense. So shout out to Jew. Okay, my Aquarius Capricorn friend. Okay, shout out to Jude. Cheers to you. But yes, you guys, that was the first listener letter. So shout out to that. Shout out to Jude. And please send me some more listener letters, whether you have advice, feedback you want to give, your input. If you have a Virgo rant, like things that piss you off. Like, for example, I have a lot of like quirks, things that I notice when I'm watching movies and TV shows and stuff that just really pisses me off. Like, when someone goes into, when a guest, a stranger goes into someone's house, like they knock on the door, they ring the doorbell, and then they just go in, like the door is either unlocked or they go through the window. Like, I saw a movie over the weekend where this dude went to this woman's house and then saw that the back window was up on the second story, so he climbed up and went in the house looking for her, you know? And it's like, why do they keep trying to normalize people just going in people's house? Or, like, I can't stand this one. When someone goes into, again, a guest in someone's house, right? They go into the bathroom, and then the person goes into the medicine cabinet and just helps themselves to the drugs. Is that really what people be doing? Is that really what y'all do out here? Just help yourselves to someone's drugs when you go into their medicine cabinet? Like, stop normalizing that. I can't stand when I see that on a show or a movie and stuff, you know? It's just like, that's like, you don't have a right to that, you know? It just irks me every single time I see it. Every single time. That was a big old go. I'm so sorry if that was like, if it came through. But what was I saying? Yeah, that was my little Virgo rant of the day, I guess. But yeah, send me your listener letters, send me your feedback and things. But yes, am I doing what I'm supposed to do to manifest my dreams and my reality? Am I following the laws of attraction? Because laws of attraction, right? You got to put it in your mind's eye. You got to have the vision, the idea, right? So the idea of the dream career, the idea of a fit body, the vision, the idea of success. You know, what does success look like to you, right? The idea of the end goal, you need to have it in your mind's eye, right? But it's not enough to just visualize it, right? And so, oh, here we go. It's not enough to just visualize it or fantasize about it, right? You also have to make sure you're putting in the work to literally see it every single day, right? You need to make sure that, like, for example, for me, I work in the fitness industry. I'm a personal trainer. See in the gym, you know, not only do I need to have in my mind's eye what I want to have my body to be maintained looking like, I also need to make sure I'm placing myself in those positions, right? Literally seeing it, putting it in my mind's eye because it's in my freaking memories, because it's in my freaking experiences, right? For example, if you're trying to affirm and manifest luxury in your life, yes, visualize it. Yes, you know, hopefully you can dream about it. Yes, you know, put the images in front of your face, but literally Put yourself in that image, immerse yourself in that experience, right? Because you need to see it for yourself. You need to feel it, experience it for yourself. So the visualization goes beyond just, looking at it on a computer screen. See if you can physically put yourself in those spaces and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You know what I'm saying? So, um, put it in your mind's eye by putting it in your memory. Put it in your energy field by constantly experiencing it as much as you can. If you are striving to be a professional artist, a professional dancer, make sure you're working on your art form. Make sure you're being consistent with what you want to do. Make sure you're seeing those heels as often as possible. You're seeing that yoga mat. Oh, you guys, it's 55% on my computer and it's 444. Cheers. If you want to be a chef, make sure you're cooking and experimenting as often as possible. If you want to be an actress, make sure you're going to auditions, make sure you're submitting, or make sure you have your headshots to begin with. Make sure you have your photos, your body shots. Make sure that you're not standing in your own way by saying, I'll do it later. Act now, do it now, experience the things now. Don't wait until you have all this money to learn about how to manage it. Right before you become a millionaire, you need to understand what it's like to be a thousandaire. Before you can manage 1,000, you got to manage 100. So don't wait until the culmination happens. Don't wait until the very end before you restore the order, right? Don't wait until the zodiac sign of Pisces, which is the very last sign, to do that midpoint check-in. Remember, Virgo is the sixth sign. It's the halfway point of the zodiac. So don't wait until you reach the very end to decide, oh shit, let me restore order. Oh, let me figure out what it is I'm working towards. Let me remind myself of why I'm doing what I'm doing. What is this order, and why do I have these order of steps in my life? Why do I have these order of events in my life? If you keep having downfall after downfall, bad luck after bad luck, why do I keep attracting this energy into my life? Maybe it's because I'm doing shit I ain't got no business doing. Maybe I keep hurting myself or getting hurt because I'm doing shit I ain't got no business doing. Or I'm with people I have no business being with. Or I'm doing work that I have no business doing. I'm doing work that I don't even want to do. Why am I here? Right? We wonder why things aren't working out in our favor because we're not doing the things that favor us. Oh, snap. Oh, snapsies. Ooh. You're doing the things that are working against you. Oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll just take this job. It's not what I want to do, but I'll just take it in the meantime. But that's not your favor, right? That I don't think that's what God bestowed on you as your favor, right? That's not in alignment with your gifts, right? Don't you think that's kind of self-sabotagey just a little bit? It's giving the energy of stop in the name of love, right? In the energy of, ooh, she's not ready. No, don't do that. Stop avoiding, right? Virgos love to avoid by harnessing their energy and we like to help other people with their problems so we don't have to worry about our problems, right? So I was telling myself this yesterday as I was gazing at the full moon. Me March, damn it. Me March. March is about me. Like it literally has to be about me. Like, yes, I'm a person of service. I have the energy that is I keep hearing that I have very welcoming energy. Love that. Yes. But I really have to hit the gas when it comes to taking care of me. And if you resonate with that, if you can feel me when I say that, can we truly, sincerely take an oath this month, me March, to manifest the things finally? That thing you really wanted to get done for the new year, but just quite had kicked off yet. Can we do it for me, March? January was coming out of holiday season. February flew right before our eyes. Me, March. Start from March 1. Hire that personal trainer. If you want to train with me, let me know. Okay. We can do virtually, or if you're in the Orlando area, hit me up. Okay. Let's do this. But me, March, invest in you, invest in learning more, revisit knowledge you've already learned and see if you can interpret it in a different way. Maybe it was something you grazed over because your motivation for starting that program was just to get done. So maybe you just kind of went through it initially just to complete it. Now go back and see if you can really retain and recall the knowledge and the information. Okay. So restoring order. How are you doing that? How are you going to do that for yourself? How are you going to build this consistency for you? Okay. Because we need to make sure that with Pisces energy, we're not just floating away. We're just not allowing our dreams to get lost. We're not allowing the visions, the ideas. We need to bring them back down to earth. We need to get a grip. You know, the shadow side of Pisces energy is delusion, right? Lies, believing the lies, believing, oh, that energy. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. Virgo energy is yes, you do. I know exactly what to do because I'm always right. You know what to do. Trust yourself a little more. Trust your intuition. Pisces energy focuses on the intuition. Focus your intuition. You know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly what you haven't been doing. And hopefully, you know exactly what you want. But if you don't know what you want, this is my challenge to you to get clear on that. Write it down. If you don't know what you do want, at least write down what you don't want. Okay? Make a list. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be complete sentences, whatever. But just get the thoughts out. And I'm speaking to myself, like get the thoughts out. Really focus on getting clear about what you want because you'll never know once you manifest it. You'll never know when the dream has been manifested. You'll never know when the vision, the dream has been made a reality. You will never know when that Pisces energy has met the Virgo energy of bringing the dreams down to earth, of the dreams being solidified, the dream becoming tangible. It's no more an idea. It's not just a thought. It's not a figment of my imagination. I can feel it. I can touch it. I'm getting that money because I manifested the career I wanted. I'm getting that hug. I'm getting those touches, that loving embrace because I manifested the person I wanted. I'm getting the energy that I was putting out because I've been working towards this thing because I kept it in my mind's eye. I kept my eye on the prize. I kept my focus ahead, right? So just remind yourself of what you want. Don't let the time that you did allow yourself to get carried away in disillusionment and, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Rest and recovery. Stuff is piling up. You need to get it done. So now you're mentally and emotionally overwhelmed even more, right? Because you're not handling the overwhelming thing already. And it's like, why bother? So easy to give up, right? Pisces energy is also the tendency to fall into your vices, to escape reality. So maybe drinking more or taking in any type of mind altering drugs or whatever. So be mindful of that, as we become more stressed out or if you become, kind of detached with reality, you just kind of understand where that energy may be coming from. So really check in with yourself, you guys. Self-care. Don't allow your emotions to get carried away with the waters of Pisces. Are you following the laws of attraction? Are you seeing the thing? Are you putting in your mind's eye? Are you reminding yourself? Are you keep yourself focused? Are you clear on what your goals are? Because how will you know if you're even putting in the work, doing the order of steps to reach the goal, right? So if you can't quite figure out, or if you're not sure if you are doing those things, Do an audit of what you are doing. All right. What are you doing? What are you investing your time in? And from there, decide if that's what you want to do. Step one, do an audit of your time. How are you investing your time, your energy, your power, your money? Where's your power going to? Where are you giving your power to? Write that down. And then consider if you want to be doing that. Do you really want to be paying this much a week to this thing? Are you getting anything out of it? Do you really want to invest this many hours doing this job? How much are you getting out of it? Do you really want to be around these people all day, every day? You know? So once you do an audit of what you're doing and the value you're getting in return for it, decide your exit strategy. That's the Virgo energy. Deciding your exit strategy, deciding the order of how you're gonna handle this, right? The order of how you're gonna get it done, or the order of, okay, I'm gonna go do something else. So, because when Aries season comes, you know, if you're maybe your disillusionment is like, oh my God, I don't like this. That's why I keep practicing avoidance, because that's Pisces energy as well. Avoiding. Like, I don't want to deal. I don't want to deal. Maybe you're avoiding it because you know it's something you don't want to do, and you're just afraid of how to let go. You're afraid of how you're going to move on. You're afraid of how you're going to progress and excel. Come on, Spirit, speak to me. You're afraid, and so you're just resisting it because you know it's not what you want to do, but you're not quite sure what else you would do in place of that. You're not quite sure of where you would go, what you would do, if you would survive, if you could maintain it, you know? And it's scary, but it will never come to pass. It will never happen if you don't have a plan, if you don't build consistency towards doing other work, or, you know, generating energy and doing other things, right? So maybe that's why you're avoiding it. Maybe that's why it's hard for you to let go. Maybe that's why you're holding on for so long, because you're afraid of the next step to leap. It might be time. You might be reaching the end, because remember, we are at the last zodiac sign. So, considering the past year, what overall lesson have you learned about yourself? Right? Because remember, we're also reaching the time where the world went on lockdown for Corona, right? Where we were put in time out, where we were told to stay inside. And who knows, we may have another wave of that coming up soon. But truly reflect, what wisdom did you acquire this past year? Because we are in the last sign of the zodiac, and whatever enlightenments you are blessed with to learn about yourself, to learn about your path and what you should be working towards, you're going to have to go full steam ahead come Aries season. You're going to have to hit the ground running come Aries season, okay? So that's why you need to make sure you understand what the plan is and the direction you're going in, because wherever, it needs to be full steam. It needs to be Aries energy, okay? Fire, bold, unapologetic. First, independently. Okay. So that's why it's so important. You have to make the plan now. You have to determine your exit strategy. You have to determine your goals. What's going to be that level of success for you? And make sure you're abiding by the laws of attraction. Put in your mind's eye, doing the work, rinse and repeat. Okay. Expressing gratitude that you're doing the things, expressing gratitude that you're building consistency, celebrating the little victories along the way, appreciating your body during the change, throughout the change, appreciating what you do love. You don't have to live a life that sucks. You don't have to live a life that's not fun. You know, you can absolutely enjoy yourself. You don't have to keep escaping yourself with another wine bottle, with another bottle of bourbon, with another bottle of gin. You don't have to escape yourself by, you know, going to places with people you don't even like, doing things you don't even want to do. You don't have to do that. You can absolutely live a life where you're doing what you want. but get clear on what that is and where that is and what that looks like, so you're not burning out, so you're not spinning your wheels, so you're not having these moments where you hit a wall or you hit autopilot and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Because you didn't keep the clarity. You didn't stay clear on your vision. You didn't stay clear on your goals, right? Because had you been checking in with yourself routinely? Have you been consistent with your self-care Sundays and your journaling and your affirmations and seeing the gym, seeing the craft? When was the last time you sat at your office desk? When was the last time you picked up a paintbrush? When was the last time you put on those dancing shoes? When was the last time you read a book to study? When was the last time you studied for that exam? When was the last time you registered for another attempt? When was the last time you invested in you? That's why we start Me March. Okay? Me March. Your higher self needs you right now. Your Virgo, that sixth house energy, is reaching out to your higher self to look, hey, in order for the physical to meet the higher self, this is what you need to do. Okay? You need to align those chakras. You need to get clear in, first of all, root chakra, the red one, right? Root chakra, your foundation, your sense of security. What are you grounded in? Moving up to the orange one, that's in your belly button, okay? The root chakra is in your tailbone. The sacral is in your belly button near your sexual center. That's the orange one, right? Your sense of creativity, your sense of passion, excitement, enjoyment, right? Are you getting that? Is there a sense of harmony there? Moving up to the center, right? Your powerhouse, the yellow one. What's keeping you going? What's giving you drive? What's giving you energy, right? What's putting you what's giving you enlightenment? Your heart space, the heart chakra, the green one. Are you doing what you love? Are you being loved in return? Throat chakra, the blue one, okay, which is associated with Virgo. And I didn't go horse at all this weekend. Let's go. But with the blue one, are you speaking your truth? Are you saying what you need to say? Third eye, having the intuition, having the ideas, having the vision, acting on it, right? Are you trusting your third eye intuition? And then the crown, the connection to spirit, the crown to the connection to source, right? So make sure you're checking in with your chakras as well. Do your research, right? Don't just listen to this podcast as your only source of, information when it comes to astrology and self-help and intuition and all that stuff. Do your own research on the stuff that I introduce to y'all, like the Waning, Gibbous move. Go back and research that for yourself, right? And if you have certain topics you want to hear me talk about on the podcast, send me a DM, write me an email, CheChe, CheChe at myvirgofriend.com. Excuse me. And yeah, I think I'll stop it right there. I think I want to stop it there. But you guys, we're in the elimination period. We're in the waning gibbous moon, moving from the full moon energy to the new moon in Pisces. What new seeds do you intend to plant for Pisces season? What big dreams do you have? Because you need to make space. You need to let go. You need to quit some things. You need to quit some people. You need to release to receive, okay? And you need to be clear on what you want, because the new moon of Pisces, what's going to be the new vision? What's going to be the restored vision, the clear vision, right? Because right now the vision is, no, I don't want that. Okay, so now you need to get rid of it so you can affirm the next thing. My computer's at 44%. But this is going to be your responsibility, okay? When I release the Pisces new moon episode, you need to be able to affirm things you have started. So if you need to sign up for a course, here's your sign. If you need to sign up for or fill out that application, if you need to purchase that LLC, if you need to whatever, you know what you need to do. You need to be getting yourself in order, releasing the unhealthy habits, implementing healthier habits, new healthy habits, a sense of routine, a sense of healthy rituals, so that you can be on track to have that clear vision of what you want to hit the gas by Aries season. Okay. So I'll go ahead and leave it there. Remember to send me your emails to CheChe at myvirgofriend.com. If you want to be a guest on the My Virgo Friend podcast, I would love to have you. Send me an email at CheChe, CheChe at myvirgofriend.com. Join my email list, please, if you want to be a part of my email list. I'm trying to grow my email list. So please, yeah, go to myvirgofriend.com. Join my email list if you haven't already. And follow me on Instagram. My personal page is at CheChe Babe, CheChe I do some dancing. I'm gonna be, I think, pulling back from dancing a little bit and just really focusing on some other things. Like I said, it's me March, so I just really need to redirect my time, right? And my energy and all that stuff, right? So hopefully you'll join me in this challenge of me March. And what the intention of this challenge for me March with the My Virgo Friend podcast is to just come back to self and just looking at how we're investing our time, our money, our energy, so that we're getting the most out of our goals and what our needs are, right? So please join us. Let me know if you decide to join in on the challenge. Let me know how this podcast is helping you, affecting you. Let me know if you're putting, your friends on, your work friends, your work family. And yeah, I would just love to hear from my friends that's tuning in to the podcast, just how it's helping. I have some big ideas and visions for my podcast. I believe in it. I love it. And I just thank everyone that supports me. So thank you so much. But I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and leave here like I keep saying, okay? So I'll go ahead and take care of some things. But I love y'all so much. I appreciate you. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Bye.